So happy World Environment Day, everyone. I think it's really important to have a day like today to celebrate not only what we have, but also as a chance to reflect on, sadly, what we have lost. Currently living here in the Maldives, it's, from an outsider's view, easy to think that this is paradise and we have loads of biodiversity here. While this is true, it's also important to remember that over the past decades, the Maldives has been threatened with coral bleaching, overfishing, and so what we see today is not necessarily true of what we had in the past. So it's really important, especially as the theme of World Environment Day is ecosystem restoration. It's important to think what we can do to help restore not only the Maldivian ecosystem, but ecosystems across the world to get the Earth back to its former glory.
For me, it's a day to remember that everything that we do makes a difference in the environment, so we really need to start making different choices about the future if we want to have one. I'm the turtle veterinarian from a rehabilitation center, and we get to work with rescued turtles that have been injured from eating plastic or getting entangled in nets. So we get to see the consequences of what we're doing to our environment every day, but we also get to see that we can do something about it, so it's not all lost. Overall, we have rescued more than 170 turtles, and they are all back to the ocean where they belong.
Of our environment and what is going on within it and how we can work to protect it. I'm the project manager for Manta Trust here in Bar Atoll. We study our manta ray populations, trying to find out more about their reproduction, their habitat use and movements within the country. We're trying to work to mitigate the impacts of tourism, climate change and also fishing.
Here at Reefscapers. I think it's really important to bring about awareness this World Environment Day to understand how our daily activities affect the world around us, especially coral reefs. They've been around for over 485 million years, yet we've been destructing them to the point where they're finding it difficult to rehabilitate. So I work really hard to restore the corals and grow them and plant them back out onto the reef so that they'll be here for hundreds of millions of years to thrive in the future.
So World Environment Day is a day where we can sort of look what we're doing to the planet and accept it and acknowledge it, as opposed to denying it, like unfortunately most other days. So it's a great opportunity to just do a bit of research, spend 5 minutes looking at what we are doing, and to look at what we can do ourselves to reduce our impact.
I'm working with Maldivian Manta Trust in the Maldives, where I'm from. Here we go out and take the IDs of the Manta to see where they are going and what they do. With the research we have seen the migration of these mantas. At the moment the manta are endangered worldwide, so it is important for us to know what to do to protect them.
As you know, United Nations encourages us to celebrate World Environment Day. This day is about remembering the biggest environmental issues that we have in the world, such as marine debris, overfishing, climate change, free of fossil fuels, biodiversity loss, and others. I think this day is about raising awareness and embrace personal changes in our day-to-day lifestyle in order to adopt a more sustainable way of living. Also, it is about embracing and recognizing the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, as well as the Decade of Ocean Science and Sustainable Development by the United Nations.
World Environment Day is a chance for us all to come together to fight the issues that our ecosystems face on a daily basis. That could be something as simple as a small change in your own household, to donating to wider causes who work globally to fight the issues such as global warming, plastic pollution, sustainable fisheries.
World Environment Day is a very important day, especially in the Maldives, as we experience the consequences of the global situation on a daily basis. To help the island nations, such as ours, small changes on a daily basis make a huge difference.
World Environment Day is celebrated in order to create more awareness as well as action to protect our environment. We essentially depend on the environment for almost everything that we do, from the air that we breathe, the food that we eat, as well as our entire livelihoods. So without protecting the environment, we ultimately won't be able to sustain any life on this planet. Especially coming from the Maldives, where we have tiny little islands who are extremely vulnerable to the effects of climate change. So I think it is really important to celebrate a day like today, so we create more awareness, as well as encourage people to act in order to protect not only our country, but as well as the whole planet.